Denzel good doing?
Good. We took him off the PUP, which is really good, and he took about 25 snaps today in our walkthrough. We're going to ease him back in. He'll be a part of individual this afternoon, but that's huge for us. With Gabe's injury and Richie's situation, it's good to have Denzel close to returning.
Do you start backing Richie off in terms of the game reps?
Yeah, we saw Incognito. We've seen him enough. I mean, he's played enough football. I don't think we need to see him pull on power anymore. I think he's good. But I'm really pleased with him and what he's meant to Colton Miller. I mean, he's been a real steady force, a real pro behind the scenes. He and Trent Brown have come in here and given us a lot, man. A lot more than just good play in the line.
I don't know if you've seen any clips from Hard Knocks, but generally, when you hear audio of yourself on the field, practice, or in games, are you ever surprised by what you hear coming from you?
I don't like hearing all the profanity. It's like every time I swear it makes the show. I don't swear all the time. I mean, I just love football. I really have a lot of passion for this, and I get way carried away sometimes. I apologize, but I'm not as foul-mouthed as people think, and if you think I am, I'm sorry.
How do you think that Jordan Devy did in the game, and a larger question about your candidates to replace Gabe while he's out?
Yeah, he did good. He's a really good communicator. He has a very a lot of experience that helps him to lean on, and he's really versatile. We know that, but he can make all the blocks at right guard. I think he's a veteran. It'll help Trent, and they'll be good over there. We also need him to be the backup center. One of the best stories here has been Andre James, honestly, our backup center. He played 61 plays the other night. He might be better than we think he is.
You know what would be great right now? If we still had State Farm.
Could you hit the skip button? This is embarrassing.
But you switched to that cut rate insurance instead, and I think I was adamant about you not doing that.
You can skip now.
Should have stayed with State Farm. Jim was a great agent.
Yeah, I know.
And now, no one will help us with this hail apocalypse.
There's a good video coming up, real good.
But you know what? Your cut rate professionals will deal with it. We're fine. Let's enjoy this natural phenomenon we're experiencing. It's great.
'56 today. It's amazing.
Got anything planned? Celebrate?
No, not.
It was. We came out firing today. Had a lot of positive plays. Got the juices flowing early, so whenever that happens, you know it's going to be a good day.
So are you a peacemaker?
Am I a peacemaker? Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a peacemaker. Am I a peacemaker? Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a peacemaker, but I pick my fights wisely, I guess. And then when it's called upon, if someone kind of throws a jab at me, then I'm not afraid to throw him back. But I'll pick it wisely, throw with the left hand, never throw with the right. Yeah, just that kind of deal.
Did you guys watch the tape yesterday? What was the message coming out here today?
Our biggest thing is probably to start fast today. Come out with a lot of energy, come out excited, come out ready to go, and execute the little things. There's a lot of things that we could have.
You gonna play again this preseason?
Yeah, we'll see. Like Coach always says, he makes us prepare for literally everything, and then he'll tell us like literally right beforehand. Honestly, we find more stuff out after he talks to you guys. So, y'all ask him for me.
Do you see anything that at this point would hold Antonio Brown back from practicing full?
I do not. He did everything with us just now, and the man's recall is unbelievable. He came in and no mental errors. In this offense, that's not easy to do, especially, whenever you have a day off, even just as a player, you come back and you're like, you got to stay on Coach Gruden's offense all the time, and you could tell Antonio's been studying because he came out and didn't miss a beat.
So was he out there in 11 on 11 and 7 on 7, or was he?
Yeah, whatever we did today, he was a part of it, a part of everything that we did today.
How was that for you to feel like you have this big piece, finally on the field?
Yeah, I can get to all my checks and do all that kind of stuff like I'll do during the season. And then I have, the big, tirade.
All right. Any questions about any of his crazy matches, his opponents? Who did he like facing? No, we've already had enough of you.
How did you get the scars in the back of your head?
Teddy, how did you get the scars in the back of your head?
From his woman.
Please.
All right, Wayne. Shh. Let's just let Teddy talk a little bit. You've had your 15 minutes.
Company called CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling in Philadelphia. Used to wrestle out of the ECW building. I think they've switched buildings now, but there was a promoter, owner named John Zandig, who claimed when he asked me, are we doing any weapons tonight, or tables, or thumbtacks, or gimmick stuff, and I said, well, my body's a weapon, so I really don't think I need any gimmicks. I said, just, I guess, watch and see what I can do, and if the people at the end of the show are all standing up cheering my name and I'm more over than you are in your own company the first night, and I haven't had to do anything crazy like light myself on fire or jump off of a balcony onto a table, or I'm not saying there's not skills in doing hardcore stuff, I've done it all too, but there's a time and place to me, and the first thing I want to be able to do is wrestle, especially coming out of the dungeon. Being a wrestler is a big thing, and being able to do the magic of wrestling with another guy without truly killing him. And if people understand that, then you understand Santa Claus, you understand wrestling, you understand comedy, you understand special effects in a movie. And we can all pretend to be stupid and put the work on it. What happened with Devin tonight was the first time I've been pissed off at a promoter or a friend of mine in years, and I hope another John Zandig thing doesn't happen. But John Zandig became unprofessional in the ring, lost his temper like Devin did, and then all of a sudden attacked me and didn't move to me, dropped me on my head on a bed of nails that he wouldn't bump on himself. And it happened to land, I think, on like 15 nails, but only 3 cut me, and it left the back of the mark of the beast.
And here he is, the boss, the owner, the forefather.
Because I am the one in control.
Bring him back, damn it.
I love this motherfucker, DJ. Fuck you.
Fuck you, DJ.
How does it feel, Zandig?
We need to get Janking on it. The Iron Man champion. Oh my! Never seen a monster fly. Oh! Burrito on the outside. Oh, he's whipping him. He's beating him like he just tried to leave and go to XPW or something. Continuing his draw. Oh, God, no. Oh!
This match, taking it to the men, just like.
Zandig right now with a hip toss.
Flash, where you at?
Now in front of control. Whoa! Wrapping himself in a bomb. Wrapping himself in a bomb. Oh, Devin Moore with Zandig. Good. Spinning powerbomb! John Zandig stuck. Good. He puts the brakes on. Ow! He's trying to help him either. I don't think he looks too interested in helping him either. He just right there. Oh, right now. Good can come of this one. He's gonna die at the picks him up.
Something that we're at.
But we don't have a referee. And then whenever you get that up.
Zandig will.
Zandig is pissed off. Oh, puts on the brakes. Look out below! There's Falcon arrows. Zandig likes that pull with that. Not the Death Valley driver.
this is Robbie Marino, CZW with Zandig. Oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind? Jesus! There was 5 of them! It took 5 of them! Justice Payne! Hate Club! The Hate Club's dead! Nick Gage! Nate Hatred! Who do you think you are? Nobody does this to Zandig! Nobody does this to a wife beater! Zandig, wife beater, Nick Mondo! We are the most ultraviolet force on the face of the earth! Oh my! Oh! Yo, you're gonna die! You are gonna die! I guarantee it! I am gonna kill you!
Pick up a shooter? What do you mean? That's sad. Mad Max, hi, welcome. Brian, give it to me.
Yes, I'm gonna give it to you.
Give it to me, Brian. We're going to Casual's favorite landing spot.
Go for it, go for it. Oh God, scorecard. Go back to my screen. No one leave a like on me. No, not on Lisa.
You need to get the
Focus!
Well, minor situation developing here. There was a gentleman that was right on the back of my broadcast partner here, and looks like he's now being potentially escorted out of the building. Certainly unhappy. Certainly unhappy was Danny Holmes and some of his supporters as well. Got a little bit of a developing situation here. I think security is trying to get everything settled.
Bro, you need to back the fuck up. You need to get the
Focus! Winner by TKO. Referee stoppage.
Bro, you need to back the fuck up. You need to get the
Focus!
Well, minor situation developing here. There was a gentleman that was right on the back of my broadcast partner here, and looks like he's now being potentially escorted out of the building. Certainly unhappy. Certainly unhappy was Danny Holmes and some of his supporters as well, and got a little bit of a developing situation here. I think security is trying to get everything settled. See some of Danny Holmes' supporters were not happy. I think they were actually kind of approaching my partner here, Mr. CM Punk. And that was, of course, the green-shirted gentleman that you may have heard earlier yelling quite a few F-bombs over and over and over. So trying to get the order restored here from these gentlemen.
I'm sitting here with an IFB and a headset and I'm doing my fucking job, and he did exactly what you're doing right now. He screamed bullshit in my face, and
I am here with the winner, Christopher Dawkins.
I want to go there.
You want to see old smoke power? Want to make it my channel? Okay. Oh, there's a light gun over here. Big one.
Careful, that's an airstrike. Get cover.
Yeah, they're doing airstrike here. Oh, wait a minute, I'm right towards you. Stay inside. Alright, I'm doing the same too. Shut the door. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's the ammo I need.
Yeah, don't let them in. Don't let them see. We a good girl. You always wanna be.
I don't have shield. I don't have shield thing.
They're fighting.
No, but where they're fighting this is
Yeah, I'm going this way. I'm going on top of the.
This is if I get my first one with you guys, I'm gonna be happy. It'll be my fourth.
Okay.
How do you get up there?
You take a zip line and then or the balloon. Here and then drop here.
Robot said it. I mean, he just said his voice. Where is the care package? Yeah, I want to see Team Rumble on APAC. It'd be great. This is
Casual.
Bruh.
Bruh, what you do? What you doing, bruh?
I'm off the zip line. I don't know what I did.
Are you okay? Are you still? All we gotta do is take the zip line and drop down to me. Why you guys all lost?
What are you gonna do with Helen? Enemy up there.
I see him.
Casual, I'm right here.
Just kidding. I left because they saw me. Here, come.
Who are you?
You know it's okay to be scared, right?
You gonna tell me what this is all about?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. You've killed before. You kill again.
I see what you did there.
There are things in the corners of this world. Help me!
Hey guys, what is going on? This guys, regardless of the wrestler's ancestry. After all, many people share ancestry from other nations despite having been born in another nation. Number 1. Yokozuna. Wrestler Rodney Anoa'i played one of the most feared monster heels of all time, crushing opponents in the ring with his 500+ pound frame as he delivered his dreaded bonsai drop, usually ending matches instantly. Managed by Mr. Fuji, Yokozuna was billed as a Japanese wrestler. But if you look at his last name, you no doubt recognize him as a member of the Anoa'i dynasty, some who were born in Samoa, but in Yoko's case, born in America. San Francisco, California, to be exact. Number 2. Mr. Fuji. The devious one, Mr. Fuji, terrorized babyfaces throughout his career, often in tag team action alongside wrestlers such as Mr. Saito and Professor Toru Tanaka. While Fuji competed in singles matches, he was best known for his championship-level team with Professor Toru Tanaka and Mr. Saito, teams that yielded numerous tag team titles, including the WWF and WWF Tag Team Championships. However, Fuge the Stooge, as his former charge's Demolition labeled him, was actually born in Hawaii. Number 3. Professor Toru Tanaka. Another feared wrestler, Tanaka teamed with Fuji in the early 70s, winning 3 WWF Tag Team Championships. Tanaka had earlier won the WWF International Tag Team Championship with Mitsu Arakawa as the Rising Suns. Tanaka was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019, but wasn't Japanese and, like Fuji, was born in Hawaii. Number 4. Mitsu Arakawa. Tanaka's tag team partner too hailed from Hawaii, but with World War II fresh in many people's minds, Mitsu was billed as a Japanese citizen who had survived the bombing of Hiroshima, vowing revenge on American wrestlers. Arakawa wrestled from the 50s into the 70s, often teaming with other wrestlers billed as Japanese but actually Hawaiian, one of them being Dr. Moto, aka Tor Kamada. Number 5. Tor Kamada. Before you think this video is going to be Hawaiian wrestlers pretended to be Japanese, let WrestleMania assure you that there will be many other wrestlers besides Hawaiian natives who pretended to be other nationalities. Nonetheless, these examples show how promoters played on fans' memories of past conflicts such as World War II, which would also include Nazi heels. In the case of McRonald Kamaka, the Hawaiian athlete worked as a Japanese heel, including runs as Dr. Moto and his better-known identity, Tor Kamada. 6. Kofi Jamaican Ghanaian. Current WWE champion Kofi Kingston entered the WWE scene as a happy-go-lucky Jamaican native who entertained fans with his incredible aerial moves and infectious positive attitude. The only problem was that Kofi is from Ghana, Africa. Kofi's relatives kept asking him why he was pretending to be Jamaican, but when you're making it in the WWE, you don't rock the boat as a new star. Eventually, WWE dropped the Jamaican character, acknowledging the dreadlocked Dynamo's true heritage. Kofi brought up a good point about wrestlers' identities. "I was actually born in Ghana, West Africa," Kingston said. "As far as the whole Jamaican thing is actually concerned, growing up I actually loved everything about Jamaica. I loved the food, the culture, the laid-back attitude. When I came to the WWE initially, I wanted to come out to something that attributed both my love for wrestling and the Jamaican heritage. I wanted to come out to something unique and something people had never seen before. But at a certain point, it becomes about being real and true to yourself, as opposed to playing a character. You look at guys like Triple H. When he first started out, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and before that, he was Terra Rising. I don't know if a lot of people know that." 7. Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon was a man for all seasons. Wrestler, announcer, on-air figurehead WWF president, and even partial owner of the WWF.
Hey, Ash. Someone killed my niece. I prayed for a second chance to save her.
Hey, Uncle Jack.
Who is this?
Ashley.
In your future, the one I'm in, I'm gonna die. But I can change things. Stop your murder before it happens.
Don't let go. Rated R, August 30th.
WWF at one time. Monsoon began working in the ring, and one of his personas was that of a Manchurian madman who spoke no English. In reality, the beloved WWE Hall of Famer was from Rochester, New York, not even close. Naturally, anyone who heard the dearly departed Monsoon call matches wouldn't mistake a man who said he hit him in his occipital protuberance with a Manchurian monster. 8. Ivan Koloff. The former WWF champion established himself as a brutal heel from the USSR who espoused the values of communism and condemned the weaknesses of democracy. Koloff worked a variety of territories, often carrying the flag of the Soviet Union to his matches to drive home his love for Mother Russia. Nonetheless, Oriol Paris hailed from Montreal, Quebec, and didn't adopt his Russian persona until several years into his career. In fact, the Russian Bear, as Uncle Ivan was known, initially worked as an Irish heel who wore an eye patch. 9. Nikita Koloff. The storyline nephew of Ivan Koloff, Steve Simpson, made a huge splash in Jim Crockett Promotions thanks to a killer physique and an imposing presence. While Nikita was no more Russian than his kayfabe uncle, Simpson was born and raised in Minnesota, he took his character seriously, learning to speak Russian and never speaking English during his early interviews. Rumor has it Simpson didn't speak English in public either in order to protect kayfabe. Simpson eventually had his name legally changed to Nikita Koloff, but you can't change your ancestry. 10. Nikolai Volkov. Our Russian wing of wrestlers who pretended to be a different nationality includes the late, great Nikolai Volkov, aka Josip Perezovic, who was born in the Iron Curtain country Yugoslavia, part of which is now Croatia, before working in the US and Canada as the Russian heel Nikolai Volkov. Volkov's imposing size made him a natural heel, and he played a Soviet villain well, including stints in the WWF, the American Wrestling Association, Mid-South Wrestling, and the WWF, where he formed a championship tag team with the Iron Sheik. Volkov would also team with another counterfeit communist, Boris Zukov. 11. Boris Zukov. Boris Zukov fit the look of a stereotypical Russian heel, with a beefy physique and a bald head as well as rule-breaking talents to help edge out his soft American opponents. Zukov, aka James Harrell, worked in the AWA, teaming with Soldat Ustinov to win the AWA World Tag Team Championship. Zukov jumped ship to the WWF, where he allied himself with Nikolai Volkov as the Bolsheviks, a team that proved a thorn in the side of several teams, but failed to win championship gold. Well,
man, do I love the great outdoors. There's fresh air, sunshine, and all of Earth.
This ain't no tea party. Send them back to Boston.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another news video. As always, there's lots of happenings in the wrestling world, and whilst we won't cover every little tidbit, let's look at the main headlines as number 1, us fans changed a WWE storyline and actually got a wrestler pushed. When will we see Bray Wyatt again? Ray's son Dominic could be making his wrestling debut, why WWE brought back the King of the Ring tournament, AEW confirms its first world title defense, and Dolph Ziggler wants out of WWE, but Vince is refusing. But let's get into the first bit of news, as we WWE fans changed a WWE storyline and got a wrestler pushed by accident. Now, wrestling's best kept secret Buddy Murphy officially joined the Blue Brand during the Superstar shakeup this year. Regardless of the big move, apart from 2 dark matches with Mustafa Ali, he hadn't made his official televised debut until the 6th August edition, when pinning him against Gill wasn't even the eagle-eyed fan match. However, the main reason, and believe it company than they perceive. Dolph took some time away from the WWE to concentrate on
I know you were there.
audio of yourself on the field, practice, or in games. Are you ever surprised by what you hear coming from you?
I don't like hearing all the profanity. It's like every time I swear, it makes the show. I don't swear all the time. I mean, I just
jump off of a balcony onto a table. Or I'm not saying there's not skills in doing hardcore stuff. I've done it all too, but there's a time and place to me. And the first thing I want to be able to do is wrestle.
What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind?
Oh God, squad fire. Go back to my screen. No more leaving a light on me. No, not on Lisa.
back in. I'll be a part of individual this afternoon, but that's huge for us. With Gabe's injury and Richie's situation, it's good to have